Okay friends, today we'll be seeing how we can deploy EXO game in AWS using AWS services. For this, I'll be explaining how this game will be working. Like this is a multiplayer game, and which will be like two players can certainly play. One player will be requesting the other player, and they will be accepting the request, and they can play. For this, we need to understand what all resources are useful for this. First thing is we'll be seeing about IAM rule. For this role we'll be attaching certain permissions, that is right to DB. This permission will helps us to access our database via EC2 instance, and this is a vital rule to set for executing this EXO game. And EC2 instance will be using it as a server, and in this we'll be installing about a Python Flask as well as Boto 3 Git. And why basically Git is we'll be taking the code from the repository, and it will be helpful. And next thing is the about setting up a DB, and also we'll be referring this documentation, which is you can access from my Git repo, or else this usually you can find it online also. Okay, let's start then. First we'll be seeing how to create EC2 instance. While creating EC2 instance only, we'll be seeing how we can create a roles too. Thus to create a EC2 instance, hit on EC2 instance, and next uh, like launch instance, not instance is the launch instance. In this instance you need to give a proper name, whatever name you want to give, and then scroll down and select a key pair. I have already generated my test key pair. You can generate by yourself by hitting on this. And next, a security group. We need to give certain port numbers to access the servers outside the AWS account, and I have already selected the existing security group. You can create your own. Next, this is the advanced feature. This is a very important to set up, because here we'll be attaching IAM user form. Thus click on advanced details, then you can see options like whether we want to create IAM rules or policies for this. Thus here you can see that there are two roles policies I have created, that is demo 123 and game role, which I have created while demonstrating this project. To create a role, hit on this, and you can see that it will be directing to a roles IAM, and here the number of policies and roles which I have created for myself. And to create a role, click here, and for which service we are creating a role, that is EC2 instance. Click and hit on next. What is the main thing what we are doing is we need to give full access for DynamoDB. For that we need to, even we can verify in this documentation here EC2 instance, that we need to give full access for that rule, and copy pasting the thing. Here the first option will be the Amazon DynamoDB full access. Click on this and hit next, and you are able to create a role. Then after coming here, you can just refresh here. You can see the roles which you have created recently. Attach this, and next you need to go and game role which you have created. Here you can see the port number we need to open 500, which we can do it later also. Then we need to enable the metadata as well as the other things which is defaultly enabled, that you can skip. And after this whenever you have set up your EC2 instance properly, how I have guided in the same proper way, then you need to click on launch instance. Then after launching an instance, this kind of in the instance will be there. I'll be starting this instance as for now. Then after starting, like, you need to connect your instance to your local machine using the connect options. I'll be waiting. When instance will be started, you need to go here, select the SSH key and open your terminal. Then go where is your key pair is downloaded and paste this. Then uh, we are able to access our EC2 instance in our local terminal machine. Thus we need to install the basic packages for to run our to run the game. Like, first thing is we need to switch back to our users, like root user. Then you need to update your yum, like update your EC2 instance with the recent packages. I have already updated this. And next you need to move and download the development toolkits for to run our game, and it will be successfully written. And next you need to go and install the libraries for OpenSSL. That also you can easily install. Just you can follow these commands over there. This you'll be getting by you'll be getting this all documentation while you are setuping this environment. Then you need to download your Python 2.7 or else greater than that. For that you can use sudo get https, copy and paste this. I have already downloaded that packages. Next you need to extract that as well as install it properly by using the sudo make alt install. Then verify your Python version. I'll be verifying this. You can see that 2.7.18 is already installed. Then we need to install the pip, that is Python package management. To install this we will be using wget command, and after this you can see that our we are able to download that packages properly. If you feel any if you faced any error, just go and you can run your version with the Python 3. Python 3 will allow us to execute the recent modules, and you can easily prune out all the errors and run your commands easily. Then why we need to install Git? We will be copying or cloning the things from the repository and in which the game is there. That's why we will be installing Git. And then to clone a proper repository, we will be using this this link, and also you can go through this documentation or else you can find it. Then go to your proper user like home directory. Then download this or clone this Git repository, which I have already cloned. Here you can see that Dynamo DB AWS project. Then after this you need to get into clone, that is using cd Dynamo DB, and here you can see the application files are already running. Then you need to go and configure your configuration files of that project. For that there are two files are there, that is config.ini as well as the config. For that what you need to do is vi config, then go and check in which region you have launched your EC2 instance. Accordingly you can modify that. I have launched in South AP1 as well as this thing like AP South 1. You need to change it properly, like where you have executed. Then save and exit for WQ exclamatory mark. And next config file is about config dot. Here also you need to set the region AP South 1, then save and exit. Then what you need to do is, after installation of these all things, we need to run our Python application. For that we need to use the command Python as well as application.py. That is the main application which we need to install. For that we need to give proper arguments, that is configuration files, which mode we need to give, as well as the DynamoDB, which will be doing these all things. The DynamoDB will be it will be automatically initiated over the let's see how it will be doing. For that we'll be seeing, first we'll be checking that whether our DynamoDB, I think I have few DBs running in my AWS machine, like tables. The games is already created, but it will be automatically created. You need not to go and do all the things. Then what you need to do is go you need to run this command, that is Python these all things, and for I'll be running the same thing. And you need to make sure that you have opened your port number, that is 5000, to check verify that you need to go into your instances EC2, and here you can see that in our dashboards the EC2 instance which we have running. Go here and click on the security group, and here you can see the inbound rules. I have already given that my EC2 instance is allowed to access the port 5000, and you need to set it as a custom TCP. By this we can say that we have successfully allowed that. And to run this command, go hit on here and command not found. Like you need to go and change this to Python 3 because that is the main version. Now you can see that our application is running properly. To execute this, go to our EC2 instance, use your public IP instances, then this public IP paste, as well as 5000 is our port. By hitting on this, you can see that we have done it. Like by this you need to log in it properly, like two multiple same users can't be accessed. Then let's see, my username will be K2K. Okay, login, and this we have already logged in. To create a game, hit on this, and even the data, that's the same thing it will be showing you, and what kind of opponent you want to. Like I'll be creating M2M is my opponent and create a game. Here you can see that status is pending. To get the connections properly, like launch the same thing in a different browser, or else in the same browser. I'll be launching in different browser because it will be helpful you to understand what things we are going to do now. This is my different browser, and 5000. Okay. Okay, our second name player was M2M. Login. Here you can see that from K to K we got an invitation. Accept this and start playing. And here you can see that continuously it will be reflecting, and you can play it accordingly. Like after this, play again, once again send the requests. Another thing to check how our DB will be automatically created when you have started your instances, when you have start playing your game. To check Dynamo DB, hit on this, go to tables. This was our table, and here you can see that hitting on explore items, the database is able to access. These are the number of sessions which we have played a game earlier, but recent session will be created at top, and hitting on this you can see that who all player have played efficiently, what all, like how, who has played, and these all things will be stored at database. And from this we can say that the stateless like we have completed our project, and these all are the logs of our EC2 instance. To turn off, just click on Ctrl Z and our project will be stopped. That's it. We have successfully installed the deployed our XO game using AWS services, that is IAM roles as well as EC2 instance, and our Dynamo. Thank you.